Hello everybody and welcome, I'm Son of Mowgef. It's Wednesday and I'm back playing Species. Just as a heads up, I've had another hell of a day trying to get some content out for this game, so it pains me to say it, but I think this is probably the last video I'm going to be doing on Species for a little while, at least until there's like a significant update for it, because for several weeks in a row I've absolutely had hell trying to, get something on this to work in a way that would be good enough for a video. However, I am interested in you guys telling me, what other games you like. If you come to this channel specifically for Species, what else do you like? Because I may just play that instead. So, although I normally do my leave your comments, hints, tips, suggestions, criticisms, that kind of thing in the comments section at the end of the video, I'm just going to say it now at the beginning of the video for the people that, just tune out by the end. So, if you've got suggestions for other games you would like me to play, then put those down in the comment section and I'll look into them. So with all that being said, let's see if I can actually get something to work. I'm going to pick up where I left off last week. And that is a little experiment to see whether or not, oh God, the camera, oh God, oh, I have this problem all the time. Yeah, the thing I was doing last week was seeing if geographically isolated species evolved differently to the rest. Where are they? Oh, there they are. I lost them for a minute there. Yeah, there they are. There's a bunch of them there. There's a bunch of them here. There was a little island off over here. The creatures haven't colonized it yet, although you can see they have made landfall. What is it in this game? They do love their species. That's not what I'm looking at all, game. Seriously, where are we here? Is that it? I'm a little confused. It might be that one. Hey, this is definitely not that. But anyway, yeah, so they, have made landfall here. They've come over from, I think, here, which is interesting, because we might actually have 3 different islands with different evolutionary paths on it. Let's have a look at the clade diagram and just see where we got to, because I sure as hell don't remember. Let's have a look. We've got this guy. Oh boy. Oh, you can see this guy creeping in the edge of the screen. Can you not do that while I'm trying to be shocked by the monsters in the clade diagram? I would be very appreciative. Yeah, I think that's the guy that we were looking at. It's the most similar. The game doesn't seem to know that, but like I say, this... Unfortunately, this game isn't in a particularly awesome state right now, and it's so much effort to make content for it. Let's go ahead and jam our handouts unceremoniously on the speed up button and see what we get out of it. This is a very quiet game, but I'm kind of suspicious of the fact that I'm not getting any audio whatsoever. When the music kicks in, I'll be able to tell, because I can see the audio levels on my, what I'm calling my second monitor. I don't actually have a second monitor anymore. I'm using a TV. Never gets used as a TV, but it's constantly used as a second monitor since my second monitor died a while back. But how are these guys doing? Oh God! Oh, the population. Oh no, it went down and then went back up again. What are these white flashes that I keep seeing all over the place? What even is that? It's really disturbing to the eye to see these gigantic white flashes everywhere. This island is quite well populated, especially this bit here. That's interesting to me. This island still doesn't have an abundance of, population on the land, but it seems quite busy in the waters like around it. Let's have a look at this guy. An amphibious herbivore. That's another thing that this game likes. It likes creating amphibious herbivores. Look at that swim animation. Oh, God. Oh, did it die? God damn it. Everything dies when I'm trying to look at it. These are little, like, underwater airplane creatures. Like, they have literal wings at this point. I don't know if there's any plans from the singular dev that develops this game to have creatures that can develop flight, but I mean, I don't feel like it would take that much. Some feathers or wing membranes, and these guys would be flying all over the map. That would be absolutely horrifying. Let's go over here and see what these guys are doing. I keep forgetting we started with the potatoes. I wanted the changes, that whatever changes happened to the genome to be, visually apparent. So I started with the potatoes rather than some other more complex creature. They seem to love this one corner of the island. It is the dry season, and you can tell from all of this, there's a lot of hot desert over here. Oh, I didn't even see these guys. More underwater airplane creatures that die when I try to click on them. God damn it. Oh dear. Look, another amphibious herbivore. The shock and the horror. How are they doing? Decent swim speed, rapidly exhausted in water. Makes sense that they live primarily in the water over here, I guess. Look at this island compared to the rest of them. This is just like... It's not what I would call a dense population, but it's definitely like more heavily populated than these areas. I was literally just looking at this being a hot desert. It's slowly turning green. A lot of it has turned into savanna. Sure. I looked away for a second and something changed. Welcome to Species. We've had a few extinctions. It might be worth checking that out to see exactly what's going on. Oh boy. God, look at this thing. It's got like a beak and everything. The beady little eyes that these things have are just so creepy. This one is still pretty much a potato. Like, it's changed its head shape and its skin, but other than that, it really hasn't changed that much. Have a look at what else we've got. How many of these are aquatic herbivores? I want to check. There's one. That one's an aquatic omnivore. I guess that doesn't count. Amphibious herbivore, amphibious herbivore, and that's an aquatic herbivore. Don't get many of those. I may have to save that guy for a later playthrough when I just have water everywhere. Amphibious herbivore. Yeah, I mean, the vast majority of creatures are amphibious herbivores. There is a lot of water on this map. It doesn't surprise me that much. Ooh, look, these guys have spread out a bit. Ah, yeah, look, it's transitioned into a cold season, which is, I think, why that desert area has changed. Which is good, because it's bringing these creatures inland a little bit. And you can see the population density has increased quite significantly. Like, there's still an abundance here in the watery, like, coastal areas, but they were just packed together in this little bit here, and they've spread out onto the mainland, which is awesome. What about this island? The creatures that are in this area are still pretty much all in the water. I didn't even see all this going on over here. When did this happen? All these guys... in the coastal regions. I can't even click that guy for some reason. There we go. Oh, it's that weird one with the weird beak that I don't like the look of. Oh no. It's mostly harmless. Okay, I do feel like it is making a difference, though. Like, the creatures that we have over here are, like, distinctly different to the creatures that we have over here. These ones seem simple. Oh my god, look at this island! I said this wasn't particularly, like, densely populated, and now I feel like I was wrong about that. Like, things have changed. Holy bloody hell. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's mostly these fairly simple creatures, these beaked potatoes. Over there, we've got the aquatic aeroplanes. Oh, we do have one of these over here, look. But again, these ones are very different. Oh, stop dying when I look at you, please. Yeah, so we've got, like, the scaly potatoes over here. We've got the beaked potatoes over here. And we've got the aquatic winged. They're not really wings anymore, are they? But we've got the beaked guys over here that seem to like living in the water. I mean, look at them all. There's tons of them, even in the background. This is cool. Wow, I really wasn't expecting this amount of diversity. I was expecting some. I mean, the whole point of it was to get some kind of genetic diversity between land masses, but it's pretty apparent. Like, I don't think there's any of these guys over here. I can't see any highlighted, but when I select these guys, there's... Oh, there was some over here. There doesn't appear to be. They've probably been not made extinct, but eradicated from this landmass due to competition with these guys. Look how many there are. There are other species over here, but they might be emergent species. Like, there aren't really very many of them in a world with lots of diversity. Let's have a look. Yeah. So, I mean, even considering the issues that I've been having with this game, especially recently, that you can kind of tell that there is a difference. Like, the land itself and its position and its climate is causing populations to be diverse by region, you know? And because of the water in between, there's very little mixing going on. I don't want to say there's none, because there's bound to be some, but seems like a lot of them over here have died out. Getting somewhat expected. Oh, look, they're establishing a population on land. That's interesting. We've moved over to the wet season. What I'm going to do is I'm going to let this run for a little while and just, you know, let these guys do their thing. I'll bring you guys back and we'll do a catch up. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, welcome back. Yeah, I've just let this this simulation run for a little while to see how things have gone. I let it run for like 2 seasons. I don't remember what the actual sequence is. I think it's hot, dry, cold, wet in that order, maybe? So we're back to the hot season, having skipped one. And you notice we're actually at the creature cap here, which is kind of interesting. Like, we've got all these guys roaming around here. These haven't actually changed that much. For the most part, I clicked. I shouldn't have clicked, and I clicked. I'm an idiot. So yeah, we've mostly still got these scaly kind of horned potato guys over here. Oh god, oh the autosave. Oh, it's jarring every time. But look at this island, look. There were loads of them over here. But as it turned to the hot season, and all the trees start to die off and this all turns to desert. I mean, look at these guys. Look, they're all just swarming in these areas. I don't know if this, again, is a bug or something, or if this is just, you know, a behavioural thing where they've all bunched together. But look at them all. Look, there's an abundance of them there. There's a bunch of them here, and they do, like, spread out, but they don't seem to last very long. These guys over here don't seem to like the heat that much, but they're like nests. And I've mentioned this before, it would be cool if, like, nests and colonies and, you know, territory was implemented as a mechanic in this game. I think that would be quite interesting. Like, to have even the, like, herbivores defend a territory, that might be interesting. Why is everything dying all of a sudden? I was just amazed we hit the creature cap and now it's gone. Oh, look at these poor guys. Look, there's not as many of these as there once were, that's for sure. Let's have a look at you. Please don't die before I get to have a look. It's an oily furred aquatic herbivore. Don't get many of those, do you? Really, really don't. There were so many creatures over here. Like, there was loads of them here. There was a bunch of them on this little, like, peninsulary bit. Wasn't a word, but moving on. Wow, what happened? Was there not, like, loads of them here? Really don't like the hot and the dry seasons, these guys. Look, all these guys have bundled up as well. I wonder if that is a bug. Sometimes it's hard to tell, because if one particular island, part of an island or area or territory or whatever, landscape, is ideal, is optimal for survival, then you'd expect a bunch of different species to bundle up there. But, like, that's a lot of creatures that are in that one spot right there. 300-ish? There's only 900 on the whole damn map. Let's have a look at that other bit. Like, how many are in this section? There's 150 just in this one little patch. What about there? 500. Again, there's only just over 1,000 creatures on the map. More than half of the entire creatures alive in this world are in this one spot, like right here. I hate it when it does this. You try and select a group of creatures and it just selects the meat. Why is it even selectable? I don't care. It's gone down because the population is going down, but like this, like, why is this even a thing? I want to select the creatures, not the leftover meat, thank you very much. Oh yeah, I'm having a rant. Oh, did these guys go extinct? I mean, a bunch of creatures have gone extinct, but... I have been saving it, and it has been auto-saving. I might go back and just have a look at those aquatic herbivores. Maybe in a future, you know, in the future, I should say, not in a future, but in the future, maybe I can import them into a world that's all water and see how they do. Yeah, oily furred aquatic herbivores. They're not extinct, but I really don't think there's many of them left. 12. But that's fine. Like I say, I've got it saved, so I can export them if I really want to. So yeah, I mean, to answer the question, does isolating creatures by geography affect their evolutionary diversity? Yes, very much so. Which is kind of expected, even for a simulation. But they're really very different. I mean, you look at all the... I wasn't expecting them to be this different. yeah, they're mostly potatoes with different heads, but you can see, like, some have limbs, some have eyes. These guys over here are just still potatoes. They've hardly changed at all over here. But again, with an abundance of resources and not that much in the way of competition, I guess they haven't had to. Oh, that one's different. Oh, I wasn't expecting to see that one. A spiny amphibious herbivore. But again, we're not really that different. When you come over, back over, I should say, to here, like, there's distinct differences in the islands and how their creatures are and how they look. It's a short-furred amphibious herbivore. Almost everything is an amphibious herbivore. So, yeah, we've got that. I am gonna save this actually before I forget, because I haven't done it for a couple of minutes. So yeah, I'm gonna leave that there as this week's episode of Species. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I can't spend 4 or 5 hours trying to get content for this game, and I do love it. Don't get me wrong, this is still a great game, and I still do intend to play it in future. But I feel like there's very little more that I can do with it that I haven't already done without some kind of significant update. So I'm just going to take a break. And for those of you that come to the channel specifically to watch my species videos, because there aren't a lot of people playing this, and I kind of get why. As much of a shame as that is, I do understand why. So I've got distracted. In my own brain, I got distracted for a second then. If you're coming to my channel specifically to watch Species, let me know in the comments section what other games you would come here to watch. Because if I'm not going to be playing Species as much right now, I'll be playing it again quite regularly in the future, I dare say. Just let me know. You know, hints, tips, suggestions, that kind of thing is what normally goes in the comments section. But I'm really interested in knowing what other stuff you guys watch and play in comparison to what you come here to watch me play. I'm waffling again, aren't I? I'm sorry, I do that. Weird brain stuff. So, thanks everyone for watching. I'll be back next week with something. I don't know what it is yet. Again, I'm gonna wait for suggestions from you guys, and hopefully, you know, you engage in that conversation. That would be really good. Subscribe if you haven't already done that, and I'll probably be back Friday for Teardown. Now, I do have plans to swap some things out. Like, as I understand, I'm reaching sort of the end of my content with Teardown as well, and I'm gonna probably swap the Friday slot out for some Factorio. I got gifted that game over the Christmas period. If you're interested in watching that, it's in a playlist on my channel. I think it's entitled Games I Got for Christmas 2020. So there's that to look forward to. So I'm going to finish Teardown content and swap it out Factorio. Let me know what you would like me to swap this out for, and I will see you soon.